We got it, Ryder.
You patched up the Asari flight recorder?
Some old access codes, a little data recovery from Sam. We have the Asari Ark's last heading. Nav points are set. We can head there whenever you're ready.
That flight recorder was a mess. Are these nav points solid?
Worst case, we get a little closer. I'll take a good chance over no chance. We need the Asari and Sarissa more than ever. I trust you to find them before the Ket do.
Old orbit is...
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Eladin's water purifier can't keep up with demand. They're requesting one of those Angaran ionic filters. There are engineers who work in the aqueducts here. I'll bet they have what we need.
On it. One filter coming up. Do you work on water filtration here?
I designed the system for it.
Can you sell me an ionic filter? My people need it on Eladin.
If they're tough enough for Eladin, they deserve help. Here.
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, Ryder. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
It didn't occur to you there'd be indigenous species here? Sentients with a rich history, leading full lives?
I guess.
Even so, the Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
Be sure you do. You're a handful, even sober.
You can handle me, Ryder, whenever you want. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Oh, you're here. Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
I picked this up. Any idea what it might be?
How in the skies did you find an Angaran star map? One that still works, even. It must be pre-Scourge. If we analyze it, we can learn where our people traveled before the Dark Age.
Do you know much about where your ancestors traveled?
No, not at all. The Scourge wiped out nearly everything. We're only just beginning to travel again.
Could they have made it to another galaxy, like us?
It's possible. For all we know, there are entire Angaran worlds beyond our reach. You've given me more to study than I ever expected. I've got a lot of work ahead. Thank you for your help, Pathfinder. I'll let you know if I discover anything.
Ephra should have come to me.
Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Uxul... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
I managed to find an ionic filter for Eladin. Make sure they get it.
I'll get this delivered right away. They'll be relieved to have enough water.
Pock. You're gonna be the gateway to so many great things, my friend.
Hey there. You named her Pock?
Yep. Proof of concept. To distinguish her from Zap, your souped-up, nasty combat version.
Zap. I like it.
Yeah, it's edgy. The storage box from the vault on Eos was the key to everything, including integrating that piece of REM tech you got me. But our new observer friends are just the beginning. I'm working on something even bigger.
I'm all ears.
So get this. We can only scan for remnant signatures we've already encountered. My scanner's doing that around the clock. But if I integrate the right REM tech, we could scour the cluster for any remnant signature, even ones we don't have. My scanner would literally become a remnant mystery detector.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah, don't tell Lexi. She'll look for a cure. I came to Andromeda to touch the unknown, to find the never-before-found. Once I perfect this scanner, it'll do exactly that. All I need is 3 specific pieces of Remtech.
We can do that.
You rock. Pock and Zap think so too. So far, I've located the first piece. It's back on Eos. I'll upload the coordinates.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the initiative outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Pythias, the distress from Prodromos is repeating.
We need a closer look.
I hear that.
Tracking a remnant architect.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical build-up in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
I mean Rokar. That's why I called you instead of raising the alarm. An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react? That's what the Rokar want. I'm nobody's fool.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tan. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Hello, Ryder.
Pathfinder? Darket, Tervian. I understand I was pulled from Cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Bradley was right. Rokar on site.
Monitoring. Hold something.
Good to know.
Keep it up.
Y'all, are we clear?
You're clear. Still reading Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
Be careful. I doubt this was about piracy.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
A Rokar strategy rider. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Black Rock was a Rokar scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
This is third. We've lost the first and second.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target? Let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go.
Shields are up. I'll take their fire.
This Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communicate.
That body. What happened?
A scan might help us figure that out.
Heard the attack on Resilience was bad. Damn.
Initiative.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Be ready. It'll draw them right to you.
We know this place. They don't.
They can't have it.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
I can wait for this.
guy, but I don't think that would have changed this.
Depends on the crew. coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
Axel, the Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepared to defend.
Sounds like they're losing their support. Nice work.
Generator interface possible. Location marked.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for? Well, this is the right place. Let's find the tech we're after. Here's the REM tech PB needs. PB, first piece secured. Got a line on the next?
My scanner picked up one on Havarl. Whenever you want to go.
We claim this site, initiative scum. Outlaws.
Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech.
someone else has.
We got the piece we came for. We can move on.
Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jarl. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent, and this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed, despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Oh, come on, think. Think! I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit! You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
You've got to relax. You're starting to stress me out.
I'd like to. I need to. Yes. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
That's all I need to hear.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go. Ah, this hits the spot. Ryder?
Yeah?
There's something else that would relax me.
What's that?
That's the spirit. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
That'll be fun.
Okay then. Say no more.
Oh, you mean... now? Here?
You do know what say no more means, right? Huh.
Whoa.
Huh. Oh, we're floating right into the,
Ouch. Who cares?
Ow!
Ow.
No strings. Right, Ryder?
No strings. Jarl, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message. Jarl Amadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
I didn't mean to make my enemies yours.
He said similar things before. When we were students, the Moshai paired us together. We've never gotten along.
I thought I could reason with him. But after Prodromos and this...
You did everything you could, Ryder. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.